Welcome back everyone to Pontos Fathom Hobbies. This is our Game of Thrones walkthrough, Season 1, Episode 2. We're on Round 3, and we'll do Round 3 and 4 in this video. If you've missed our setup video or Rounds 1 and 2, you can check those out. As you guys know, Game of Thrones is a multiplayer game. It's not really a solo player game, but what I'm doing is I'm just kind of moving through all the dynamics, walking through a full gameplay so I can get ready to play a real game. And happy to have you guys on board here. If you see some rule I miss or want to comment on something, would help a lot. I'm kind of focusing on as if I'm playing the Stark player and kind of randomizing a bit the other players just to kind of move through the dynamic of all the different plays. So let's get into it. A quick summary of Round 2. Round 2, we saw some increase of Stark activity. Greyjoys had a raid and it stopped a Stark attack. Greyjoys had a raid in Greywater Watch, and Starks had a marching orders in Mont Cailin. They were going to move into there, but the raid canceled them out. And we had some House Baratheon consolidation of some troops and some acquisition of some properties. And House Lannister not doing too much. So let's get into turn 3, and we'll jump right into the Westeros phase. So let me turn these cards over. Okay, so first of all, we'll just check here with the wilding. There's 2 wildlings cards, so we're going to move them up to 10, which is scary, quite strong. And our first card here in Westeros is a mustering card. So it says recruit new units in strongholds and castles. Okay, so for mustering, I believe we go in the order of the influence from the Iron Throne. So we've got House Baratheon has first position. So let's do some mustering for House Baratheon. They have the following strongholds: Dragonstone, and also that's not a. They have Dragonstone, and that is it right now. They have only Dragonstone. So they've got, like I mentioned, they have 3 here. So Dragonstone is 2. They don't have King's Landing. Interesting. I should have left a piece there. So they don't have King's Landing. So they have 2, 3, 4. They've got 4 mustering points. So they can, I believe mustering, they can do it without a piece in the space. So let me just double check the rules here. Guys, let me know in the comments about mustering, if it's, are they able to muster Westeros card mustering? So, yeah, so they can basically, so what they'll do here is, they will add one unit here. So that's the first mustering point. So they have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 mustering points. Okay. Then they will upgrade this to a cavalry also. And then they will add another troop, which is an army of 3, which they are allowed. They can have 1 army of 3. And that's 2. And they have 1 point left. And I guess they will use that to raise another troop here. Okay, so that is the mustering for Baratheon. Let's go in the next order to House Lannister. So Lannister has got 1, 2, and that's it. They only have 2. So what they will do is also will upgrade to a knight, and then they will also upgrade to another. So they've got their mustering completed. Next is House Stark. Stark has 2, 3, 4. So first off, they will grab, they will do an upgrade with the 1. They will spawn 2. And lastly, they will put another ship off of here. So finally is Greyjoy. Greyjoy has 2, 3. Greyjoy will also do a upgrade and an additional unit. And finally they will do a unit here. And that is the end of the mustering. So mustering is complete. Let's read the next Westeros card. So Westeros card number 2 is Dark Wings, Dark Words. The holder of the Messenger Raven. Messenger Raven is held by House Lannister. Chooses whether everyone bids on the 3 influence track. Everyone collects 1 power token for every power icon present in the areas they control, or the card has no effect. I think they're going to go for the power tokens. So everyone can collect 1 power token for every power icon present in areas they control. Okay, so let's go in order. Baratheon has 1, 2 power tokens. Lannister has 1. They get 1. Stark has 1, 2. And Greyjoy has 1. Okay, so everyone will pass these on. And next is the final card. Final card is Storm of Swords. Defense orders cannot be played in this planning phase. So we cannot play any defense. So it's an all-out attack phase. So let's get into the planning phase then. So we'll start out with House Baratheon. And Baratheon is able to play 1 star as well. So Baratheon and what did they say? You cannot play defense? I'm just pulling the defense out and then I will pick them at. Okay, so so they can place pieces 1, 2, 3. Oh, this is a. Okay, so first of all, they're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, and just have to check here. 5 and 6. Okay, so they've placed theirs. Next we'll go to Lannister. Lannister can go. Lannister is able to play 3-starred tokens, but they cannot play a defense one. So Lannister will begin with this one here, and then this one here, and then this one here. Okay, next up is House Stark. So House Stark can go. They can play 2-starred components, but they cannot play a strength one. So let's have them play one here, one here, one here, and let's have them play one here. Okay. All right. So I've got to clean these up because they're all mixed up. Okay. So we've got the preparation phase done. I think the end of preparation phase we do reveal. So let's reveal orders in order. So Baratheon reveals, march troops, march, support, march. Next is Lannister, raid, march, and support. Stark. Oh, I didn't do Greyjoy. Oh. I'm just going to do them randomly. Okay. Okay, sorry. So Stark has attack, support, consolidate, march. Greyjoy has, I just did these randomly, consolidate, attack, support, raid. Okay, so raids, so that's everyone. And then lastly, we have the Lannisters have the Raven. So Lannister has the Raven. That means they can take a look at the Wilding deck. And it says, replace all knights with available footmen. They've just upgraded 2 knights, so I don't think that they want to do that. Crow killers if they win. Okay, so I think he'll keep that card there. They're going to keep that. I think that could have a devastation on everyone's part. Maybe if they all step up, I think that they can do that. So, okay, so let's see. Okay, so that's the end of the planning phase. So, so let's go into the action phase. So we're going to resolve the raid orders first. And these 2 raid orders cancel each other, so those are both pulled out. So raid orders are there. Next is resolve the after resolving the raid orders, we resolve the march orders, and then we start resolving march orders in the order of the Iron Throne. So march orders are resolved first for House Baratheon. So let's take a look. So House Baratheon march orders, they have this ship will move one, and this ship will move one this way. So they've resolved those. They're looking to maybe to expand some keeps in the south. Okay, so march orders have been resolved for House Baratheon. Let's do march orders for House Lannister. So Lannister has this march, and they've got this ship here, so they are going to march into. And they take this with them, I guess. So they're marching into Pike. So they've marched into Pike. Yeah, so they've marched into Pike. I don't know what that one was. Okay, so they've marched into Pike. So we have to resolve the combat right now. But they've lost this support line, which is unfortunate. So, okay, so Lannister is marching into Pike, and let's resolve the combat here. So they have two knights. So 2, 3, 4. 2, 4, 5 versus 2, 4, 5, 6. So resolving the combat. Valyrian steel. Oh, but the Valyrian steel is also held by House Greyjoy. So it's 6-6, but now we have to play our cards. So let's just have them play. I've shuffled these before, so we're going to play randomly. So we'll just see like kind of like an AI with here. So it's 6-6. They've got Euron Crow's Eye. Crow's Eye. Okay, he has 4, so they're up to 10. And then, oh wait, 10, but they also have support here. 11. So they have 11. And then they have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You may cancel your opponent's chosen house card. So I think I'm going to have them. Tyrion Lannister comes up. So Tyrion Lannister has a great power. It says, you may cancel your opponent's chosen house card to return it to his hand. He must then choose a different house card to reveal. If no other house cards are in hand, he cannot use a house card in this combat. So he can return this. So we have to have Euron Crow's Eye return to the deck, and we pick another one. And we get Asha Greyjoy. If you are not being supported in this combat, this card gains 2 sword icons and 1 fortification icon. Okay, so she is supported. There is support here. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8 versus 5, 6, 7, 8. And Baratheon breaks the tie. And they are going to side, of course, they're going to side with Greyjoy. Baratheon's going to side with Greyjoy and force these to retreat back. We'll clear this out. And the reason why they're going to side with Greyjoy is because they're planning to attack them the next round anyway. So I don't know why they didn't go first. Oh, that was just a movement. So we didn't resolve this muster movement. So that could have changed things, but that's fine. We'll resolve it now. No worries. So that was a defeat for Lannister, and we can clear these out. And let's go. We had not resolved this one as well. So this one, it will be resolved. Let's move forward. Another combat. And this is Baratheon to here's Baratheon and here's Lannister. So Lannister has sorry, not Lannister. Baratheon and Lannister. So Baratheon has 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And okay, so basically let's read Renly Baratheon. If you win this combat, you may upgrade one of your participating footmen to a knight. Okay, so that's fine. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8 versus 8, 9, 10 versus if you win this combat. So they also have to retreat back. And we have now taken the Stony Sept. And so Baratheon has completed that. So we can clear this out, move these cards out. And that is the resolution of that. Let's go into the next one would be House Stark. House Stark is moving into this space. They have support of +1 with a star, and they also have these two. So the combat is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's figure out who we want to be fighting here. So Greyjoy is going to have, and we are going to have Sir Roderick. So again, we have 5, 6, 7, 8. They have 1, 2, 3. So it's definitely retreating back here. And Greyjoy is out, and we've taken the Greywater Watch. So victory for House Stark here. And we can clear this up. Let's clean up all of the armor type tokens. And that is finally we resolve the last part of the action phase is to resolve consolidate power orders. So we've got 1, 2 let's go in order. So Baratheon has got 1, 2 oh sorry, they don't have that one. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So they can gain 4 tokens. House Lannister, 1. Just the 1. House Lannister is not doing good. Okay, so House Lannister just gets the 1. House Stark, 1, 2, 3. 3, and then House Greyjoy gets the 1, 2. So Greyjoy was definitely allied by Baratheon, and Lannister was sort of like attacked and lost both sides. So we can stand everybody up now at the end of the turn. We clean up the board. And then we will advance to turn number 4. So we can clean up these as well. Okay, turn number 4 is on. So let's start out with the next card. So we'll move those Westeros cards aside and plan for the next Westeros cards. So lots of power tokens collected. So we are close to a huge war with the Wildings. So let's see what happens this turn. So now we will advance to turn. We are advanced to turn number 4. And let's just do a quick check of the castles that everyone has, just to make sure we're set. So we have 1 strongholds, 2, 3. So House Stark is the same. Baratheon, 1, 2, 3. They only have 3. They're the same as well. Oh, 4. No, they don't have King's Landing. How could they not have King's Landing? Okay, so maybe we'll do that. We'll try to get King's Landing to advance them. So they have 3 still. Lannister just 1, and Greyjoy has 2 now. So they've moved to 2. So let us move. Okay, so that's good. So everybody is set. We are now on turn 4. Let's pull up Westeros phase. Pull up our cards. Okay, first card is supply. Adjust supply track and reconcile armies. Okay, so let's just adjust the supply track and reconcile armies. So again, for this one, we'll start with influence Iron Throne. Start with House Baratheon. So let's just double check that they've got 1, 2. They've got 2 on their supply track. They are correct here. And they have 1 army. They have they have 1, 2. That's it, 2. So still the same. So they're set. Let me just double check here, reconciling the supply phase. So I think that's fine. So they still can support. They've only got the 1 army, so that's fine. They're fine. Baratheon. Next is Lannister. Lannister has 1. Maybe I'll have them retreat to there instead of there. I think that's probably how they have to retreat. So so Lannister has 3 now. Oh, so this one of these footmen has to be destroyed. They retreated back here, and he has to be destroyed. So there, Lannister just has the 2. He is destroyed. So one of their units gets destroyed. Next is Stark. They have 1, 2, 3 now. So Stark moves to here, and they're able to support 1, 2, 3 armies of 2, which they have. So they are fine. Okay, so and then Greyjoy finally is, they have 1. So Greyjoy slides back to, oh no, Greyjoy has 2 or 1? They have 1. So Greyjoy has to slide back 1, and they can still support an army of 3. So they cannot support this army of 2 here. So they have to destroy this unit. Okay, so that is our supply reckoning. Supply reckoning has been resolved. We will now move on to the, let's take a look at our quick reference card here. So now we go to the Westeros cards, Resolve card 2. Dark Wings, Dark Words. The holder of the Messenger Raven chooses whether... Oh, first of all, let's resolve. We have to move this track to 12, and I believe that means they attack. I believe that means the wilding attack. Let me just double check. Guys, let me know in the comments. If we get to track 12, does that mean the wilding automatically attacks? So I will look at wilding attack. When the wilding threat token reaches 12 on the wilding attack, the wilding already attack. So it's a wilding attack. So let's first resolve that wilding attack, and then we can go into this messenger. Okay, so we know this card here. Lannister knows it, and Lannister is going to signal ahead to put in 3. And everyone will put in 3. Okay, so so the wildings have 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Baratheon puts in 4. House Stark puts in 4. House Lannister puts in 3. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we have, so all of the houses put in power tokens for the Night Watch, which means 14 beats 12 and the Night Watch victory. So the highest bidder replaces 2 of his footmen where available with knights. So the highest bidder here is Stark has 4, Baratheon has 4, Greyjoy 3, Lannister 3. Well, Baratheon is the king, so they beat the tie. They can pick the tie, so they are going to award themselves with upgrading 2 of his footmen to knights. So Baratheon is becoming very powerful here. So the Crow Killers of the Night's Watch victory. Crow Killers win. We reset the Night Watch back to 0, and there's an upgrade for how many? 2 of the footmen are upgraded to knights. So this footman here and this footman here are upgraded to knights. So quite a few knights now, for quite a strong force for Lannister. Okay, so let's let us go into the second Westeros card, which is Dark Wings, Dark Words. The holder of the Messenger Raven, Lannister. Everyone collects 1 power token for each power icon present in the areas they control. Everyone bids on the 3 influence tracks. This card has no effect. Yeah, so I think they're going to say this card has no effect this time, because they're not going to benefit from just 1 power token. So they will just skip that for now, and they're going to hunker down and try to maybe move their army to the next phase there. So okay, so next will be next is the final card. So put to the sword, the holder of the Valyrian steel blade, which is Greyjoy. Greyjoy, holder of the Valyrian steel blade, chooses one of the following conditions. Defense orders cannot be played. March +1 orders cannot be played. No restrictions. Well, they're going to say March orders cannot be played. March +1 orders cannot be played. Okay, so that'll be the rule of the turn. The march orders cannot be played. And so let's go ahead and we will resolve the planning phase with using the messenger raven. I don't think we need to use the messenger raven this turn because there's no wilding. We've just resolved the wilding attack, so that's fine. And let's move into the planning phase. So we're going to assign assign orders at this point. Okay, so we start out with Baratheon. And we remember that there are no March +1 orders for this turn. There's no other restrictions for the turn. So let's take a look at what orders we can, what we'll do here. So Baratheon is going to do a Baratheon's going to put these two in, and then they're going to put in they'll also put in this one, and they will also put in for this one they will put in I don't think they can do that. They cannot play that one. Cannot play that one. I guess they'll just play this one. Well, that's already has one there. We'll put this one here, and then we will put this one here, and we will put this one here. Okay, so that's the orders for Baratheon. For House Baratheon, orders have been placed. Next up is House Lannister. So Lannister will play and then they'll play this one. And then that's all for them. Then Greyjoy will play. Greyjoy next. Okay, Greyjoy will play this. And Greyjoy will play this. And Greyjoy will play Greyjoy will play also this. And finally, Greyjoy will play this. Okay, and finally, actually, House Stark went next, but that's fine. House Stark will go next, and they will do and they will also do okay. They will play. So I'm thinking it to have Greyjoy, to have House Stark move down to have something moved here. So I'm going to have this one have a move. It cannot play the +1. Cannot play this one. Cannot play the +1 move. Can play a -1. I'll play the 0 one here. This one's 0. They'll play this one. And then this one can play support here. And I believe that because the way the ship is here, it's just connecting to this, right? So I think that's what we'll do. And this is a support, right? So okay, let's go for it. So okay, so that is the assign orders. So let's do the reveal, right? So first we'll reveal House Baratheon. Baratheon reveals. They've got a raid order. Next is House Lannister. They have a muster and a support. Next is House Stark. They've got a support. They've got a raid. They've got an action, marching order, and a support. So, and then finally Greyjoy. Marching order, support, and marching order. So let's resolve the raids first. Baratheon's raid resolved against this Lannister. So Lannister is unable to move as a result. Next is House Lannister. House Lannister just has this one support token. They cannot use it really, so well, we can just leave it there in case there's something comes up. They can support. Next is this raid token against, I believe it'll be against this support, right? So that support will wipe them out. So this returns back to Greyjoy. And next up is after we reveal raid orders, we go on to march orders. Okay, so for the march orders, we have, let's see, the first march order we're going to do is Baratheon. They are going to do a march order here, one. And then here, and then this one as well. So they've marched into here, which is Storm's End. And yeah, so that's into Storm's End. And then let's see the, so basically that's a combat with a raid, not a raid. That's a neutral party. So let's see how we do the neutral party process. So other rules: wilding attacks, controlling areas, ports, neutral force tokens. Neutral force tokens represent the resistance of independent. Count the combat strength of all the marching units. Siege engines only count their strength. No house cards are played. Marching orders bonus applies. Neutral forces cannot support adjacent areas. Oh, neutral forces, cannot support. Okay, that's fine. They cannot receive support from adjacent areas. Adjacent players may receive support from adjacent areas as in combat. Okay, so basically they get this, they get the support from the sea here. So they've got 4 and Storm's End. And now they've got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 versus 4. If the marching order equals or exceeds, the token is destroyed and removed from the game. So we've destroyed Storm's End, and now it can be taken for, it can be given to as a Baratheon conquest, and they will move now to 4. Now they're holding of 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 areas they've got now. So Baratheons are doing quite well. Next up in resolving the marching orders would be Lannister. They have no marching orders, so they will return their token. Next up is House Stark. Stark's marching orders were destroyed, but they will not do marching orders this turn. They will just skip their marching orders for now. So Stark is not going to do that marching. They were going to march down to here, but I'm realizing it's too powerful, so they will not do that. And finally, you can clean these up. And then finally, we're going to do House Greyjoy. So Greyjoy lost that attack here. They do have an attack here, so they can move to this one with a +0. And they do not have, they have support from this ship. So now Greyjoy attacks Stark. Okay, so here's a combat here. Greyjoy has 5, 6, 7 versus Stark's 4. So we have to pick the cards. Let's get those cards picked for both. And so pick these for both here. They also have support from these. So we have 7, 5, 6, 7 support plus 2 Ballion Greyjoy. 7, 8, 9. We've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then this is reduced to 0. So it's 8 versus 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7 versus 8. They have to retreat back. So they have lost. Greyjoy has lost. Stark has won. I thought it was going to have to be a tie, but it wasn't a tie. So this has been a success for them. So let's move everybody back. That combat is resolved. Finally, the last thing to do is to resolve the. We will resolve our consolidate power orders. So we get 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 power for Baratheon. And for House Lannister, we have 1. For House Stark, we have 1. Just 1. And for House Greyjoy, we also have 1. And that's going to do it for round 4. Just move us to round 5, and we'll start on round 5 in next turn. Check out our link ahead. That was quite a long round, but a long 2 rounds. But good progress here. I think Baratheon seems to be in the lead, and Stark maybe second. Lannister, things are looking bad for them, but let's see if they can combine forces with Greyjoy and do some support of each other in the next round. So we'll see you in turn 5. Thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.